Hello out there, everyone. I am the Dance Alive Dancer. And tonight, today, this evening, is Sunday, January the 5th, 2014. Tonight's the storm of the century. 0 degrees outside. I haven't seen it in about 20 years. That's not why I came to talk with you tonight. I came to talk with you about something else. I came to talk to you about something very important. I was up at the, at a doctor's office a couple days ago, and I had someone tell me, and I've had a lot of people tell me this actually. I go there, they say, you know what, Susan, you gotta change who you are. You gotta change the way you dress. You dress too young. Thank you. You dress with too tight of clothes. You dress like you're in the middle of summer, in the middle of winter time. And here's what they said. They said when you go into all those concerts and all that stuff, and you sit down like I am right now, and you do this. She said when you wiggle your arms. Oh, shame on that. This isn't wiggling my arms. For those out there that know sign language, exactly what does that mean? Beautiful. To dance and more. I have a story I tell with my stuff, but that's not why I'm talking to you tonight. She said that you got to stop doing that. You're distracting people, and nobody else does that. When you go to a concert, Susan, nobody else, they all sit down and like this. Listen to the music and don't do anything. That's what she said. So you got to stop that. You got to change that. You got to stop going to these places. You got to stop going to these places. You know, you got to ask permission. You got to do this, you know, and all this. You know, great big deal. In other words, you got to change who you are. You got to stop doing all this. You got to stop and, you know what I mean. So, sitting there and think for a minute. You know what I mean? Sitting there and think for a minute. Let her stew, let me stew. You know what I mean? Then I'm sitting there and I come back at her. Because I already know what I was going to say before I even said it. I just let her stew for a while. And I sit there and you know what I said? And you know what I say to anyone else that says this out there? I'll sit and I might turn around and act like I'm going to leave. Like I did in Belleville. When I was at the Oktoberfest or whatever it was. I turn back around and say, hell no. Hell no, I won't go. I won't stop. Of course, you know what? You're right. The one that said that to me, you're right. There is nobody else that does that. Everybody else sits there like this. Doesn't matter if the music is moving. Doesn't matter what it is. They're all sitting in like a row of clones. You want to know something? I have a dream, my friends. I have a dream. And my dream is, I'm different. And I wish to make you and everyone out there to understand it. You don't have to be like this person or that person or that person or that person. You need to be who you are. Be who you are. Don't sit there and copy them because they sit there like this. Do you feel like dancing? Do you feel like getting up there? Most of the time, I'm the only one that was up there. When I was at the first night thing, I was the only one up there doing my dance. They even said, oh, you can come up and do it. Nobody wanted to do it but me. Nobody wanted to do it but me. One of a kind, I guess. But that goes to show me something right there. Each and every one of you need to change. Be who you are. Don't be afraid to get up and be who you are. Don't be afraid to change. You want to know something? This night here, and everybody's so worried about the storm and this and that and everything else. Yeah, it's not good. But, my friends, you want to know something? Who's worried about the people out there that are homeless? People don't have this warm house right now. The people out there that doesn't have a bed to sleep in tonight, doesn't have the food, doesn't have the life that we have. Even though we're sitting there complaining the store is too crowded. Oh, I don't have enough food for a couple of days. I don't have no heat. Oh, I don't have no water. You don't want to know something? You want to know something? What about the person out there that doesn't have a home? He ain't got no water. He ain't got no food. Not just for 2 days when a little storm hits, but never. It's our job. You know what? Our job. And I ask you out there, and you, follow me. Help these people. Don't just help them give them food, help give them shelter, but help them. Really help them. For I have a dream. I have a big dream. And with you, changing the future. Yesterday you were 17. Today you wake up and you're in the December of life and you're 80 and old. Before you know it, my friends, before you know it, it's over. I go back to what I was saying. That lady at the doctor's office says, you need to change. You need to change who you are. You need to not, you're distracting people by doing this. You want to know something? I hope I am distracting people. You want to know why? Because what I do is I tell a story with my distraction, so to speak. I tell a story. The story of life. Far more important than what's going on in that stage up there. Far more important than watching a couple of hours of Santa Claus or whatever it is you got up there. The story of life, the story of the beauty, the story of your future. Ain't that much more important? And I stand there and I sit there and I walk away from that. Oh, like I'm going to walk away. You win. You know what I mean? And I sit there and I say, and I jump up and down and say, hell no. Hell no. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do that to me. Because guess what? If I do that, there is no dance in life. There is no hope. There is no nothing. Nah, I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to change, my friends. I'm going to continue dressing young. I'm going to continue being who I am. And I'm going to spread it across the world. Hey world, out there, this is a message to you. I have a dream. I have a dream. That dream is all the world united. United in peace. United in God. United in tomorrow. But don't sit there. Don't sit there like a statue. Just because A, B, or C, Joe Blow, Jenny Craig here, whoever it is, says you can't, you gotta be like everybody else. You gotta be like everybody else. You gotta be like everybody else. No, my friends, don't listen to that. Don't listen to the so-called, the adults of the world. They're wrong, my friends. They're wrong. You be who you are. I'm not afraid to go up there and do that dance. When I do it, I get 1,000 people beside me. Because I'm not afraid to go up there and do it. I once was, but I'm not now. Each and every one of you's out there. The only way you're ever going to change what's going on is you got to make a stand. You got to stand against the discrimination, against the hatred, against saying, you know what, you got to go in and you got to sit down. Sit still. Sit still. Do you recognize where that's from? Pink Floyd. Me and Pink Floyd, we know one another, but that's not what I said there. Sit still. You got to sit still, listen to music, and don't do nothing. Who made up that rule? Joe Blow over here? Jane Doe over here? Oh, you don't got to sit still. That's true. I am the only one in the whole United States that does this. But you want to know something? I don't want to be the only one in the whole United States that does this. I would like to see 1,000 others do the same thing. Because is there such a crime in being who you are and being different? Hell no, I won't walk that way. I'm not going to walk that way. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to be who I am. So you people out there that want me to be who, you want me to be a clone of everybody else, that ain't never going to happen. For I have a dream. I have a dream. That dream is to change the world. And I know you heard that speech, but this dream is a lot bigger than that. Not giving up. Because you want to know something? That little performance up there, that little, whatever it is, that dance, whatever that is they're playing up there, that I'm so distracting to, You want to know something? I must be doing something right, because if I'm distracting and people are watching me, then maybe someone gets the story, understands what the meaning of something is, what the meaning of life is. Maybe somebody will come up to me. I'll give them the reason for the meaning of life, and I know you know what that is. Maybe somebody will change today. So you want to know something? What they're doing up there on that stage that you're watching, that musician, whatever it is, not important. You want to know what is important? What you do today to change tomorrow. You want to change tomorrow? Then you need to stand up. Transgenders, transsexuals, LGBT people all over the world, no matter who you are, what race you are, stand up and change the future. Change the future, my friends. For only you can do it. You need to follow me. I'll walk down that street. I will help. But I can't do it alone, my friends. I need your help. And it's time to change the world. It's time to change people. You want to know how we got gay marriage and all that stuff going? It's because of people like me that are willing to stand up there and change something. It's not going to be willing to be swept aside. No, I won't change. That lady up there at the doctor's office, you want to know something? Hell no, I won't change. I'm going to continue being like this. I'm going to continue bringing the dance of life to the world. To the world. Until every last man, woman, and child has equal rights. Whether it's transgenders, Africans, Mexicans, Russians, or aliens out there from another planet. That is when I'll lay down my dancing shoes. That day that happens. And only you can make that happen. Follow me, my friends, to the future. Because discrimination, hatred against LGBT people, African Americans, or whoever you are, needs to end. And it needs to end today. No, I won't walk away from that. I won't walk away from you. No matter how many people try to shut me down, no matter how many people tell me, you gotta be a good little girl, you have to dress this way, you have to sit there still, you can't move at the concert. When I get done, there's gonna be 1,000 people sitting beside me. It may be 50 years from now, but they're gonna follow me and change the world. And it's gonna be a better world, my friends. It's gonna be a place where your children don't have to be afraid to be transgender anymore. Don't have to be afraid to go in a place and get thrown out because of who they are. And only you can make that happen with people like me that are willing to stand up and have the stuff thrown in my face. I'm willing to do that. Are you? Are you with me? Thank you. And Happy New Year's to you all. And may it be a year to remember. A year to remember. Thank you and good night.